Get this. AI agents are learning by, like, gossiping in Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
I know, it sounds crazy, but researchers have built this system called MindForge, where these little AI guys are just chatting away, like figuring out how to do stuff together.
Yeah, it's pretty groundbreaking. The goal is to see if we can get AI to learn, not just from data, but from each other.
So like a study group for robots?
Kind of, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so why Minecraft? Why not, like, just let them loose on Twitter or something?
Well, Minecraft, it provides this kind of controlled environment, right, where we can set specific goals and see how the agents communicate to solve problems.
So,
And plus, there's already a built-in chat system in Minecraft,
Yeah.
which makes things a lot easier.
yeah, for sure. But let's back up a sec. Like, what's the actual problem that MindForge is trying to solve here?
Okay, so even really advanced AI agents, they struggle with these open-ended tasks, especially if they aren't using, those super powerful, super expensive language models.
Right.
It's almost like think about trying to learn a new language just by reading the dictionary.
Oh, okay.
You might know all the words, but you can't actually like hold a conversation,
Yeah, I'm starting to get the picture.
Right.
So MindForge is kind of like giving these AI agents a way to actually, like, practice their language skills with each other.
Exactly. Yeah. So MindForge has these three key parts, right? So first, it gives the agents a way to represent their own beliefs and understand the beliefs of others.
Oh, okay.
And then second, it lets them communicate using natural language.
Okay.
And then third, it gives them different types of memory so they can remember what they've learned.
Gotcha. So how does this all actually play out in Minecraft? Like, are they trash talking each other while they're trying to, like, build stuff?
Not quite trash talking, but they are definitely communicating. So the researchers set up these experiments to see how this collaborative learning worked, right?
Yeah.
And in one experiment, they had an expert agent, which was, powered by GPT-4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Guide a weaker agent through a couple of tasks.
So like a Minecraft tutor with a PhD.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
And get this, just by chatting back and forth, the weaker agent's success rate for collecting dirt, it shot up by over 65%.
Wow, that's a huge improvement.
Yeah.
So what were they actually saying to each other? Like, what were these conversations like?
Okay, so here's an example from the study, right? The weaker agent says, I want to collect dirt, but I don't have tools.
Classic newbie mistake.
Yeah, right.
There.
And then the expert agent chimes in and says, you are in a plains biome, dirt blocks are nearby, you don't need tools to mine dirt, simply walk up to a dirt block and break it by hand.
Okay.
Simple instructions, but super effective.
Yeah, that's amazing. So even like really basic communication can really boost their performance.
It really can, yeah.
That's wild. So what happens if you take the expert out of the equation? What if you just have two weaker agents trying to figure things out together? Yeah, that's where things get really interesting. So when two weaker agents tried to work together, it was kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Sometimes, they figured things out, but other times they kind of led each other astray, like the blind leading the blind almost.
So having some, like, expertise in the mix is still important, even for AI.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But how much communication is enough? Like, do they need to be chatting, nonstop to learn effectively?
Well, the researchers found that more communication generally led to better results.
Okay.
But it's not just about the quantity, right? It's also about the quality of the conversation.
Okay.
It takes a few rounds of back and forth for the agents to really understand each other and build a model of what the other one is thinking.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to tune into each other's wavelengths,
That's a really cool way to think about it.
Yeah.
So more like building trust and understanding over time. It's like in human relationships. Precisely. Yeah. And speaking of relationships,
Yeah.
one of the limitations that the researchers found is that these AI agents, they aren't very good at knowing when to actually start a conversation.
So they might be sitting there, like, totally stumped.
Right.
But they don't think to, like, reach out and ask for help.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like having all the answers in a textbook, but not knowing when to open it.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Seems like self-awareness is a big hurdle for these AI agents.
It really is.
They need to be able to, like, recognize their own limitations and when collaboration could be helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's something that the researchers are definitely working on.
Mm-hmm.
Another challenge is that right now we're mostly relying on the text that these agents generate.
Okay.
So they're conversations in code.
Right.
Understand how they're thinking and learning.
So it's like trying to judge a book by its cover.
Kinda, yeah.
Or maybe by its table of contents.
Right, exactly.
Like we're only getting this like small glimpse of what's really going on inside their AI brains.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So we need to develop new tools and methods for visualizing and analyzing these complex processes that are happening within these agents.
Yeah.
Beyond just the words that they're typing.
Right. It's like we're trying to decode a secret language.
Yeah, it really is.
So back to the experiments.
Yeah.
You said they focused on collecting dirt and wood in Minecraft.
Right.
Those seem like pretty basic tasks.
They are, but remember, this is very early stage research, right?
Right.
The goal was to just see if these agents could even collaborate at all.
Yeah.
Even on really simple things.
So kind of like a proof of concept.
Exactly.
But what about more complex tasks? Like can MindForge handle those?
That's the next step. Yeah.
Right.
The researchers want to see how these agents perform on challenges that require more reasoning.
Right.
More problem solving, maybe even some creativity.
Like what kind of
Imagine AI agents collaborating to build this massive, intricate structure.
Oh, wow.
Or figuring out how to navigate a really dangerous maze,
Yeah, that would be impressive.
It would.
So what about outside of Minecraft? Like, could we see these agents collaborating in the real world?
It's definitely a possibility.
Oh.
The principles behind MindForge, they could be applied to a really wide variety of domains.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so think about AI agents working together to design a building,
right,
or write code for a self-driving car.
Yeah.
Or even compose a piece of music,
Wow, that's some serious sci-fi stuff.
It is.
Let's reel it back in for a sec. What's the next step for the MindForge project itself?
Okay, so the researchers, they're focusing on a few key areas, right? So one is improving the agent's ability to really understand their partner's perspective.
Yeah.
Right now, they're pretty good at following instructions,
right,
but they need to get better at understanding the why behind those instructions. The underlying beliefs and intentions.
So less like robots following orders and more like humans working together towards a shared goal.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're also working on making the communication process more efficient.
Okay.
So remember how we talked about it taking multiple rounds of conversation for the agents to really understand each other?
Yeah, it seemed like they were like beating around the bush a little bit.
Well, that's because current language models, even the really powerful ones, they're still limited in their ability to grasp complex ideas quickly.
Right.
So the researchers are exploring new ways to help these AI agents communicate more effectively, like developing a more concise and efficient language for sharing knowledge and insights.
So kind of like creating a shortcut for AI communication.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's still a lot of work to be done.
There is, but the progress they've made so far is really impressive.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe someday these AI agents will be teaching us a thing or two about collaboration.
As we've been talking about these AI agents, gossiping and learning in Minecraft, it's like, it struck me that there's something almost human about it,
Yeah, there is. It's like watching kids learn by playing together.
Right.
They observe each other, they try things out, they figure things out through trial and error.
And like you said earlier, they seem to learn best when they have a more experienced partner to guide them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, think about how we learn as humans.
Right.
We don't just absorb information from, books or lectures. We learn by interacting with others, asking questions, getting feedback.
It's like having a mentor or a coach, right?
Exactly.
Someone who can help you, see your blind spots and push you further.
Precisely. Yeah. And that's one of the most exciting aspects of this research, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about building smarter AI, it's about building AI that can learn and grow in a way that's similar to how humans do.
So we're not just creating machines, we're creating learners.
Exactly. And that has huge implications for the future of AI.
Right.
If we can create AI that learns like humans, AI that can adapt and evolve through social interaction, then the possibilities are kind of endless.
It's almost like we're witnessing the birth of a new kind of intelligence,
Yeah.
one that can like collaborate with us and help us solve problems in ways we can't even imagine.
That's a really profound thought.
Yeah.
And it raises all sorts of questions about what it means to be intelligent.
Right.
And how we'll coexist with these increasingly sophisticated AI systems.
It's both exciting and a little bit intimidating, isn't it?
It is, but it's a conversation that we need to have, I think.
Yeah.
The development of AI is one of the most significant events in human history, and we need to approach it with both a sense of wonder, I think, and a healthy dose of caution.
Yeah, we need to be, aware of the potential risks, but also open to the incredible opportunities that AI presents.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance,
Yeah.
harnessing the power of AI for good, while also safeguarding against potential harm.
Well, this deep dive into MindForge has been a real eye-opener.
It has.
It's given us a glimpse into the future of AI and the amazing things that can happen when machines start learning from each other.
It has, and it's just the beginning. I can't wait to see where this research leads and what other breakthroughs are just around the corner.
Yeah, me too. So for our listeners who are eager to learn more about MindForge and the future of AI collaboration, you'll find links to the research paper and other resources in the show notes.
Yeah, be sure to check them out and keep exploring this fascinating world.
And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode.
Yes.
Share your reactions, ideas, and questions with us on social media.
We're always eager to engage with our listeners and continue the conversation.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those big questions.